Get on up in here. Late night conversation, Savage Sports fan. Please like, share, subscribe. We're a new channel. Trying to get it up and going. All the new subscribers, thanks for the love and support. Drop a comment, hit the bell notification so you can find out when all the new videos are dropping. Listen, breaking news. We're going to do a follow-up to the Sean Lewis reduction of play calling, or having his play calling duties taken from him by Coach Prime. Colorado, if you did not know, they lost last week. Oregon State won the game. That was the first game. Pat Shurmur became the new offensive coordinator to run Coach Prime's offense. So listen, we got some inside dirt. We got to drop some dirt and just let y'all know. It's a lot of conversations out there. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, is being pretty classy about it. He hasn't put anything in the media. He hasn't done anything. But, you know, the internet and people talking and, you know, people got their hand out and, you know, you can't keep a good secret too long. So, do you remember when I told you week 1 when Colorado beat TCU? And everybody got on Coach Prime. I mean, this was a shock to the football world when Colorado won that first game. It was a shock. This is the first game. Remember, they won in 11 last year. They beat a team that was in a bowl game. And I said it, go back. I said, listen, how long would it take for these coaches to go left, start having a hidden agenda, start complaining they're not getting enough credit? This was week 1. This is dated on this channel. Week 1. For what I'm hearing, they're pretty much on a lot of circles. People are saying Sean Lewis just became, after a lot of games and all the hype was going to the quarterbacks and everybody else and receivers and everything, no one heard of him. No one really talked about the offensive coordinator. He quit a head coaching job to be the OC. He felt like he was not getting any good press. He was not getting enough credit on anything. So the reason why the reduction of the play calling, because he pretty much stopped coaching the quarterbacks. Like during practice, he didn't say much. He didn't offer any critiques. He didn't make any corrections. His creativity, he held back on the creativity of the offense. The first few weeks, I think that the USC game when they came back, I think they scored 41 points. I think that was the best you're going to get out of him. That was a great comeback. They came up short in that game. They lost to that, Stanford. Stanford, they were up in the first half. They lost in the same. They don't score. Well, I mean, they allowed 46 points. Long story short, he was not coaching the quarterbacks. Deion Sanders' son, of course. He was not critiquing. He was not doing this. But that's subjective and things of that nature. People saw that he was not really doing what he could be doing to make the quarterback better. But here's the thing. This is alleged. A lot of plays were mysteriously ending up in the hands of the other team's, clipboard. They kind of knew what they were going to run, meaning the offensive coordinator just kind of vanilla down the offense. Shotgun, run up the middle. It was no creativity anymore. When you looked at when the hype train was going on for Colorado, and Colorado was sneaking up and beating people and making comebacks and beating people and doing Arizona State and coming back and winning the game, they were a little bit creative. They got a lot of talent on that team. They got more talent than people give them credit for. But what it looks like is the coaches just stopped coaching. So, the offense, if the offense was a little bit more creative, they could have maybe hung a little bit more. My feelings. My feeling is it's that defense. That defense can't stop a nosebleed. But I mean, I guess the defensive coordinator, you know, we all know the inevitable is going to happen at the end of the year. He's going to probably be relieved of his duties. Look at the defense. But that's just, I think that's just lack of talent on that side of the ball. He's not doing what Sean Lewis is doing, allegedly. Sean Lewis was allegedly a plant, giving out plays, not coaching people up, not making any corrections, not telling them how they can maximize the play call. He was doing none of that. None of that. So Coach Prime got in touch with Pat Shurmur. Pat Shurmur's an old homie from the NFL. Pat Shurmur is a man of faith. Pat Shurmur is, you know, they believe in God. You know, they doing a, you know, higher purpose. So he agreed to come on down. And the rest is what they call history. But the reason why they went on ahead and got, you know, Sean Lewis on out of there was because he was not coaching anymore. He was very bitter and upset. Through all this run and all this hype, and the hype machine has been Coach Prime on TV every week. You got to understand, this guy was a head coach. He was going to be that dude. And now he's got to see Prime on TV every week. Prime got this show. Prime, he's under Prime. I just think he just lost it and just, you know, put that cheap cologne on called perfume. That cheap perfume called Jealousy. He wore that Jealousy. It was all around his collar, all in his neck. You could smell it. It's all in his eyes, and that was pretty much it. They had to make a change at that particular point. Now, from what I'm hearing, Colorado now is trying to really get another win. I think one more win will secure them a bowl game. They're trying to get a bowl game. It's hard to get a bowl game with 4 wins. 5 wins, they'll kind of hold their nose, close their eyes, and turn their head and look a different direction. And it's all about the money. You know, they'll make up some clause. It's hard to justify a bowl game for 4 wins. So this Arizona game coming up, Arizona is no joke. Arizona's ranked. Arizona got power. Arizona ain't scared of nobody. Arizona laughing at people. This may not be the week they get that win. I would be shocked. I would love to see them get that win. You know, I told you this is a Coach Prime network. I love Coach Prime and what he's doing. He's already won. You cannot measure him by wins or losses. The things he's done, and I could just go on and on. But nevertheless, this is going to be a tough one this week. This is going to be tough. This is going to be real tough right here. This is going to be a tough one. But I know this is why you play the game. You know, Arizona can get overconfident, get sloppy, and fumble all over the place, fumble the game winner. They might be able to pull a Stanford. Whereas Colorado's down in the first half like Stanford was when they played Stanford, and then Stanford made a comeback in the second half. Colorado can take that blueprint. They can be down to Arizona in the first half, and could they make it happen with Pat Shurmur leading that offense and making a comeback in the second half? They can just, history repeat itself. I mean, I'm just speaking out loud. But nevertheless, you got the inside scoop. You ain't hit it nowhere else before. They feel like Sean Lewis was a plant. Once he realized he was never going to get the shine, he was just going to leak all the plays out to the other team. They don't want to make this kind of announcement because this is a bold claim. That means his head coaching career will be over. He'll have a hard time getting another job. So that's why I think Coach Prime has allowed him to stay on board, allow him to, earn a check. But I don't know what's his job description. I don't really know. Unless something has developed over the last under the table. But nevertheless, it is what it is. The world is not what it always seems. Savage Sports fan, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment. I'm shocked. What do you think about this? Why ain't more people talking about this guy was a head coach? I mean, it's got to be some type of, I just don't think you can go any lower. This is beyond, the integrity to the game, your career, your reputation. How can anybody else bring you on as an offensive coordinator now if this rumor is out there? I don't know. This is I don't know. or nevertheless our head coach. This is not a good look for Sean. Not a good look. But I think it's classy that Colorado and then AD, or everybody knows at the top, they all on one accord. They know about, him not coaching, him not doing this, and everybody's on the Coach Prime train. And from what I'm hearing, it has, from game one to now, everybody is still pro Coach Prime. So it won't be any fire-ins. It won't be no surprises. It will be staff changes. It will be portal transfers. But at the end of the day, it'll be a lot of new faces and new places in Boulder, Colorado in 2024. So I'm shocked. I'm shocked, not surprised. I called it game one. I called this game one. I called it game one. That green-eyed monster called envy. Everybody has a jealousy gene. Envy, Lord have mercy. Nevertheless, drop a comment, share a video. Until next time, I'm out.